Welcome back to another video. Stephen here. Manchester City beat Forest last night 6-0 in a wonderful game of football. I don't know why I'm pretending it was last night. It's literally, I'm filming this after the game. I'm just getting ahead of it because I can't do it tomorrow. But anyway, last night, or today for me as I'm recording this, City beat Forest 6-0 and it was absolutely wonderful. A masterclass yet again of football. And today we're going to go through 5 things that I took from that game. It really was a pleasure to watch that, and it was a pleasure recording this video. I've not done it yet, but I guarantee it was a pleasure talking about the things that I'm going to talk about. I would like to say thank you for getting me to 64,000. Let's get to 65k. The road to 65 and then to 70 and so on. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And I think there's possibly another video about a new signing out as you're watching this. If there's, go and watch that after this. It might not have happened yet, but Kanji could have happened. It might not have happened, but if it did, it'll be on the channel already. So watch that as well, and my match reaction and all the other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to start with a place. Look, I want to start here. I could start with that big, stupid goal scorer that we've all got, and we all talk about all the time. But I want to start with someone new, someone fresh. And I simply put, Julian's a jewel. He really is a diamond, man. This kid is absolutely spectacular. Oh, the glasses are off for this one. I can't believe. Knowing what we know now, I think we probably would have been fine with Alvarez, but we got Haaland too. But Alvarez is still that good. Many City fans have said this, that maybe actually we didn't quite realise just how good Alvarez is because we've signed Haaland. And I think that thing is absolutely true. What I loved last night about Julian Alvarez was the way that he adapted to what was required of him at all times. Now, Alvarez, of course, he started nominally. Essentially, he wasn't over as a winger. He started sort of as a second striker, and he was buzzing around like a wasp off this giant Norwegian battering ram. But he was linking up around him and moving over to the left or moving over to the right, and being essentially where everyone needed him to be at any particular moment. There was a real intelligence to his game and a versatility that was really, really special to watch. And in the first half, obviously the headlines were all about Haaland, and we'll talk about later. But the second half, what I loved about his game is that how he went a lot more central when Haaland went off the pitch. And then he was like, oh, so you want me to be the actual striker now, not just the support guy. He was linking up with everyone. Oh, I can do that. I can do that fine. And then he scored 2 beautiful goals. Like, the finishing quality was, whisper it quietly, it was Sergio. It really was like watching Tevez mixed with Sergio Aguero. The first half was all energy and work rate. Actually, so was the second half. But the second half also had Aguero-esque finishes, It was stupid. The first one in particular, from that angle, that is just pure Sergio Aguero. And the second one in particular, that is also just pure Sergio Aguero. Smacking it into the roof of the net with his weaker foot. It was absolutely wonderful to witness the quality that he's got. And you could see how eager he was to be involved at any moment. He doesn't lose the ball. He harasses defenders. He works in tirelessly and runs and runs and runs. And of course, he can finish lucky as well. A 20-yarder with his weaker foot hit the post. Alvarez is an absolute diamond in the making. And you get the impression that Guardiola knows this and absolutely loves him. He said he deserves everything he gets. Which I love that quote from Guardiola. But either way, Alvarez is a special footballer, and he reminds me as well, physically, of that guy. He looks like 𝐌𝐞𝐫𝐜𝐡, and I can't get past it. Hence why I put this shirt on for this video, because I love him. An absolutely wonderful footballer, and I think he's right when he said that he doesn't have to be him or Haaland. He can play alongside him, and I think he's already shown that. You know what? He's right. He can play alongside him, and he's going to start a lot more games than we realise. Maybe if I was Mahrez or Grealish, I'd be a little bit worried right now, because I think he's going to get into the game an awful lot more than maybe some people gave him credit for. Of course, the next guy. Oh, he's a freak. He's just a freak. Freakish Haaland to put, like freakish Erling maybe to save some letters there. But he's just stupid. 9 goals in 5 games. Oh, the glasses are off again. How? What do I say? What more can I possibly say about this guy? Other than, that's what I say, I told some people so. Not everyone, most of you agreed with me. But he wasn't ever going to score 15, 20 goals this season. Come on, man. He's Erling Haaland. He's a goal-a-game player. In fact, he's more than that. He's scoring at a rate that Ronaldo and Messi were scoring. Like, when he scored more for Barca and Real Madrid during their peak and stuff. Like, this is stupid. I said that he was going to redefine what goal scoring meant in the Premier League. And what I meant by that was not just that he was going to score 30 goals. I meant he was going to break records and do things that people would write negative blogs about how City are destroying the league and how Haaland is too good and it's not fair and all this kind of stuff. And this is what he's doing. He's redefining the quality level that we expected from strikers. 9 goals in 5 games of football. At one point, he'd scored 6 goals in his last 90 Premier League minutes. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. 10 goals or assists in 5 games of football. He's averaging a goal or assist every half of football, which is absolutely, to be frank, quite stupid. I think there's a goal every 44 minutes or something like that. It boggles the mind just how good this man is, and he's only getting better too. I go into games now expecting him to score a hat-trick. Not expecting him to, but expecting him to score and not being surprised if he scores 2 or 3. It's quite remarkable how good he is already. Like Erling Haaland, he scores goals as well that simply, look, Aguero doesn't score that hat-trick. Alvarez doesn't. He scores that third one because he's 6'5" and he can leap taller than the crossbar. He scores the first one because he can hold the defender off. He's trying to pull him back because he's super strong. Like, of course, they will score different goals in different ways, but some of the goals he scores are simply because he's a prime physical specimen on another level. And I absolutely love it. He's just freakishly good, and he's ours, and he's going to get better. And Pep's going to play more than we realise too. I can't wait to watch him already against Aston Villa. And it's days away. I just want it to be now. That's how good Haaland is, that he's making me wish time away. Stop it, man. The third thing I love about Manchester City last night was that we felt fresh. Manchester City over the past 2 years have been calculated, brilliant control. We have been elegant football. We have been in composure. We have been deaf by 1,000 tiny cuts. That's what Manchester City have been, which is great and it's beautiful and it's the opera. But sometimes you want a rock guitar in the middle of the opera. Sometimes you want the ballet dancers or whatever to just thrash about to a bit of bloody, I don't know. I tried to think of a rock band. My mind's all so tired because I'm so tired. I don't know, not Led Zeppelin. Either one's some strange thing. You know what I'm on about. Either way, you wanted to rock around a little bit. And what I think we've got with Haaland and Alvarez and so on, we've got an abrasiveness to our game now. There's a real energy and liveliness to Manchester City's football right now, where there's an element of chaos that's been brought to it. It's kind of like there's a little bit of that heavy metal within Metallica is what I was thinking, by the way. That's what I was on about. It's a little bit of heavy metal within that beautiful poetry. And that comes from the wasp-like terrier attitude of Julian Alvarez, who will run and run and run and terrify defenders with his effervescent energy and his incessant attitude to closing defenders down. Or it comes with the brute force of Erling Haaland, who is a battering ram, a thoroughbred footballer who looks like a rampaging rhino when he gets going. So you've got these two physical elements that come to the Manchester City side, and what they create is chaos. Controlled chaos. And I think this changed Manchester City, and I think there's a freshness to how Manchester City attack that I don't think we're going to miss having speedsters out wide or whatever. I don't think we'll miss Sterling's pace out wide, because we've got such a brute way of going forward now that we can just lump it into the middle, because this little wasp-like striker is so alive that he'll know where to be. And the big guy in the middle will be so strong that he'll know where to be and know how to get the ball if it comes to him. So it's wonderful to see Manchester City's looking so fresh and so different. And of course, we're seeing Sergio Gomez come on and look totally at home. We're seeing Rico Lewis play an awful lot, which we'll get onto in a minute, which is mad. And we're seeing, different formations and different ideas. We're seeing Bernardo running at people more because he's out on the right. Gundogan revitalised. It just feels fresh and it feels exciting. And I absolutely love it. I talk about my man Cancelo. Cancelo culture is still very much alive. I thought he was excellent. Obviously, he's been freed up to get forward and just attack when he wants to. But look, come on. I was chatting on the Fan View Live last night. Louis said, the streets won't forget him. He's that kind of player. And it's true. Cancelo is the kind of person that people will make comps about in the future. They will make do you remember Cancelo being that brilliant? We'll be like, yeah, of course we do. 15 years from now, whatever. And Cancelo is just a mesmeric footballer. Look, moments of brilliance. The Trivela cross that led to Haaland's hat-trick, I think it was, outside of his boot. Just stupidly technically brilliant. I've not even mentioned yet, he's 20-yarder in the top corner for Mar. Number 7 wearing right-footed left-back. Cancelo he's such a wonderfully gifted footballer. He's reveling in this Manchester City side, and I hope he doesn't have any of the quieter spells, but Cancelo is magnificent. It works. It works with him playing on the left, as we know it does. But it's great to see him adapting and enjoying his football and even more being more effective. Like, look, what a special footballer. And he's a good example, by the way. Look, if we have signed at this point when I'm making this video of 𝐿𝐴nji, it's a good example of what Guardiola can do to a player, you know? Like, Cancelo was already fantastic, but he's changed so much because Guardiola recognised some latent ability and he profiled him so differently. So we could do the same for 𝐿𝐴nji. But Cancelo, cancel culture, it's alive and it's kicking and it's beautiful and it's wonderful. Finally, as well, I want to talk about just the youth, man. I'm loving seeing how young this team feels at times. And it's not just because academy players are getting off the bench onto the pitch. It's because the forward line, 22. I don't know about you. Taylor Swift would like this team, you know? There's a reference for you. She really would, because she's feeling 22 Man City. Foden, Alvarez, Haaland, all 22 years old. It feels lively. It feels young. It feels like the beginnings of something very, very special. Now, when you got the likes of Cole Palmer coming on and getting more minutes, this time at left wing, it wasn't his best cameo because he was on the left wing. Not he did anything wrong or anything like that, but, you know, it wasn't his position. He's only 20 years old, I think, or something like that. 19, 20. Rico Lewis is 17 getting on. Sergio Gomez is another, I think he's 22 years old, a City fan. So you got Rico Lewis, City fan. I think he is apparently, by the way. Cole Palmer, City fan. Rico Lewis. Sorry, Gomez, City fan. Foden, City fan. Haaland. Look, at some point we're going to have 5 Man City fans on the pitch who are all young. Like, how could you not enjoy this? Weirdly, Erling Haaland could be the best thing that's ever happened to the academy. He's killing games off so quickly that young players are getting on the pitch quicker because the game's over. And it's great. They're getting 25, 30 minutes instead of 10 because we're finally getting that 4th goal with 10 minutes left. But now we're getting the 4th goal with 35 minutes left, and it's wonderful stuff. So they are anyway the 5 things that I took from it. You know, like Julian's a jewel, Haaland's freakish. We are very fresh. Cancelo culture is alive and well, and the team looks youthful. It looks exuberant. It looks alive, and I absolutely love the energy and the difference that it feels at the moment. It's great stuff. Thank you very much to all the patrons scrolling down the side of the screen. If we've signed 𝐿𝐴nji at this point, go watch my reaction video. If not, go watch my fan view live or my match reaction from last night, or everything that you need to know about 𝐿𝐴nji if we have signed him too. There'll be loads of videos on screen for you to watch. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for getting 64k. Get 65. It'd be great. You're all awesome. In a bit, and it's 1:30 now. I'm very tired as I'm recording this after the game, and I'll go to bed in a bit.